Hello, everybody. Whew. Had a long night. Had a long night setting up the pre-orders for the DDFM Crew glove holders that are now available. $15. Click the link in the description and at the top of the chat. A little bit white staged. What's up, Kevin? Kevin, get your homework done. Come on. It's Friday. Stuff's due. Your bell work has been due for 2 weeks now. Keep getting calls from your teacher. How you doing, Steve O'Baggins? You friends with Bilbo? What's up, Bob on Bass? Bass? No, it's not Bass, huh? I remember that. How you doing, Fulgore the Pounder? That's an interesting name. Is it fair to call you the mega mind of the motorcycle community? I don't know. I think it's fair. Just kidding. You're making my brain and my head get a little bit bigger. Got a little got a distortion in time and space right there. Let me fix that. How you doing? No helmet big enough? Well, if you want to find a helmet that is big enough to fit a brain and head the size of mine, you have to go to Voss with the link in the description. Yeah, the glove holders are available now. These have been a long time coming. Let's go ahead and move my drink so I don't actually spill it again. Long time coming. Velcro. Hold your gloves. Just kind of dangles. It is neon green, high vis green. It's just not showing up on the camera for some reason. I don't know. Some kind of screen that's green or something. So you can walk around, have it clipped. We used to use these in the fire service. I had custom leather ones. So that's kind of where I'm going with this. If these do well, we might be making some premium leather ones. No Kanata. Sorry, man. We're just having so much trouble with international shipping. And to be quite honest, you know what? We might actually be opening it up to Kanata. I don't know. We'll see. It costs a lot more for that extra feature, which I'll just go ahead and talk to the people and be like, hey, I'll give you free lessons. Just give me some Kanata shipping. I had a good night's sleep, fortunate run. I did. I had a great night. Had a real good night. So I'm here this morning. We might be doing some early morning live streams from now on just because I've been waking up at 4 a.m. Been having a great time, going for nice walks, seeing the sunrise. That's good. First time catching a live chat, Gary Bruner. Nice. How many times do you do meetups in a year? I'd love to take a trip with a few friends who also love this channel. You know, let's go ahead and pause the music real quick. I'm actually thinking of doing a cross-country trip. Second and third week of November. I'm thinking about doing it. I will be in Phoenix October 27th for the Motorcycle Mechanics. Let's go ahead and put the music back on. I like the music. Motorcycle Mechanics Institute. We'll be doing a little meet and greet. We got Dank Wheelie there. We got Clutch. I forget who else. I'm not really good at that. I'm just there to learn. I want to know how to do some Motorcycle Mechanics Institute stuff. But I'll be there to kind of hang out. I'll be there. But I'm thinking driving the van. Dan the Van Man. Maxwell is not going to be there. If he is, thankfully I'm going to bring some rescue kits. I don't know if I have enough. Yeah, Nightbot, really. Seriously, all right? I'm going to be driving the van, Dan the Van Man, going across the country, probably heading to Florida. So I got to hit up New Mexico, Texas. What's in between? Louisiana, right? I think there's like a little bit of Alabama, but mainly Texas. I'm going to be driving across. If Yami Noob's watching this, which he's probably not, it's whatever. I get it. He's got his own stuff. You guys been keeping up on his Instagram? Put 2 and 2 together, get 5. Anyways, might meet up Yammies. Hook up a spite. Yeah, might hook up a spite. I don't know. I kind of want to hit up everybody. Just for a quick, not like a whole day, but it's like, hey, I want to grab some lunch. You want to get a Pop-Tart? You want to sit and chat about drills? I don't know. Whatever we're going to talk about. Grab a beer. You know, I'm on Sober October. Oh, this is November, though, that we're talking about. I'm on Sober October. I've been doing really good. You know, a little update. Let's go ahead and turn off the recording. There's no reason to record this. Come on now. We haven't even started. I do have a very important business phone call at 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. So I will be getting off in an hour. Wait, is it 11? No. 10. I'm on a different schedule now. So I got an hour and 45 minutes. So we got to go through this. Do I watch with your mom's house? Love it. I forgot what I was talking about. I get distracted. Oh, yeah. So I've been waking up early, Sober October. Haven't been drinking since July 1st. I really kind of cut a lot of this stuff out, like a lot of it. I used to drink like 2-3 beers a night. Pretty bad. Cholesterol is all, terrible. Resting heart rate, hypertension or pre-hypertension. Just like all this bad stuff. And, mental health was kind of playing a part in that. And so then what I was doing is I said, screw it. I'm going to really dive in to the Smart Rider Fitness training program that I'm developing for the MTC Rider Academy for 2023. I'm on week 6, I think day 3. So I got week 7. Actually, I'm on week 7 then. Week 7, day 1. And basically, it's just, gym stuff. I was a peer fitness trainer for the the fire department back in Yuma. I was a certified personal trainer with ISSA. I'm looking into NASM right now and ASM. But yeah, power lifter, multiple records. I used all the weights in the gym type stuff, and all at the same time. And I kind of want to get back into it. Pretty shredded, about to do a show, and I pulled my SC joint right here. Pulled it out. Not good. Had to get PRP and all that stuff. Lower back pain and all that stuff too. I'm getting old. But yeah, started getting into it. Started using some of my knowledge that I used to have. So I looked at some of my old workout programs, some conjugate, and some 531 stuff, and made a program. And been doing really well. I think I was like 178 July 1st. Take a guess. First person to guess it right. I was 178. What weight am I now? First person that guesses it right. Guesses it right. Boom. Look at that. 165. Oh, Frank, you got it already. Frank. 160. I dropped like 18 pounds. Feel good. 157. That's I want to get to 155. I think that's not. We'll see. My legs look juicy though. It's weird. It's like my legs didn't shrink, but like the little love handles and stuff that I got going on, they like went away. So now my legs look bigger. It's really cool. You guys should see my older videos. I look 160. All right. Anyways, we got to get to class pretty soon. We don't usually start class until we hit 100 people signed in. That's about 100 likes. We have to get some likes. We got 75 people in my office. I don't know how you guys are doing it. You guys are way back there. You guys can crisscross applesauce up here. Let's just go ahead and, there we go. Let's get the music on. Get that jiu-jitsu, man. Nathan, our other instructor here at the MTC Rider Academy, is in jiu-jitsu. He is loving it. Loving it. You had cancer, D? Oh, that's no buenos, man. You'll get it. You'll get back to it. Beard looks healthy. Yeah, I've been trimming that up, too. I've been trying to look good. Look good, feel good. That's the whole thing, So, yeah, the Smart Rider Fitness will be a part of the new Academy. Let's go ahead and let's get this going. Let's get this going to class. We got 36 people. I think we can go ahead and just get the class at least. Maybe that's where they're all at. Maybe that's where they're all at. So today we got some donuts. Whoa, wait, I'm way over here. Today we got some donuts. There we go. Very lucky, D. Very, very lucky. Yeah, I had squamous cell carcinoma in situ. No buenos on that one. I caught it early too, but they cut out stuff that I didn't want cut out. But it worked. Just watched the idiot change his clutch in 22 minutes. Yeah, that was a long time ago, man. That was a long time ago, Steve-O. Yes, yeah, squamous cell carcinoma. Good. Skin cancer is no buenos, man. No es buenos. Glad you're okay, D. Yeah, I caught it. I had surgery the day before my birthday in July, so that was fun. Nice little hole everywhere and some stitches and oof. No, they didn't cut the stash. They didn't cut the stash. But guys, here's the thing. Let's go ahead and turn down the music just a little bit. We do have a syllabus today. We're going to be going over some of this stuff right here. We do have some notes and timestamps for these videos. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and kind of jump into some of this stuff real quick. So October 14th, 2022, Riding Smart 137. All right. Oh, no, I meant I had stuff cut out I didn't want. Oh, no. My surgery was very near that. They actually had to use part of that. So that's a scary feeling, man. That's a scary feeling. Just even getting into it, you know, just getting, whew, there's a lot that's involved there. Good, man. That feeling that you got, like when you got diagnosed, like it just changes your whole mindset on life, didn't it? Like I knew mine was like not, it wasn't like life-threatening. That, well, it could have been, but it was one of those situations where the doctor's like, you know, you caught it early. If we were talking about this 1 year later, we'd have a completely different conversation. And so, like, as soon as I found out, I mean, I have like a high anxiety when it comes to cancer because as a firefighter, I was exposed to some pesticides, and I have an incident report. It usually kicks in about 10, 15 years, and it's been about 10. So, like, as soon as I hear the C word, I'm like, and we're talking like prostate. That's why I'm all for prostate cancer research, prostate, testicular, anal cancers from this kind of pesticide, and some bone cancer. So, really, kind of as soon as I heard the C word, I was like, oof. No. But thankfully, it was skin cancer that was caught early, so we were able to get that out. But yeah, that's a terrible feeling, man. Fingers crossed, Steve-O. What's up, B? Gentleman's ride. All right, let's get 100 likes, everybody. Let's get signed in. Let's go ahead and start talking real quick. So October 14, 2022, Riding Smart 137. We got our live stream bikers review. But we're going to be talking real briefly about position for safety. Now, I know we talked a little bit about positioning for safety in a previous video, but we were talking about the plan method. So we talked about locating hazardous situations, assessing relevant threats, and then navigating active threats. So what we're going to be doing is doing a little bit of a deep dive into position for safety, and then we're going to talk about locating hazardous situations next week and next live stream. So make sure you guys subscribe. Make sure you guys put your notifications on. We usually do Fridays, and we're going to be doing early Fridays. So position for safety, let's go ahead and talk real briefly about it. There's 3 things that we really, really are looking for. Okay, we want to create an adequate space cushion. If you guys don't know what a space cushion is, I swear you guys need to start joining the MTC Rider Academy. We do have a full-on course talking about all this stuff, but let's go ahead and just get into this. So creating a space cushion, basically a space cushion is just think of like Bubble Boy, where you're having like a big old bubble around you. So you have a space cushion in front of you, space cushion to left and right, behind you. So you want to create that. So it's not you're riding and all of a sudden it's just there and then people are kind of taking it or giving it to you. No. You want to create it yourself. So what you do is when there's somebody in front of you and you're too close, you roll off the throttle. You allow that person to go a little bit further. Boom, we got a space cushion. Get back to maintenance mode when it comes to the throttle, and then go with the flow of traffic. Sorry. So start working on that side to side. If you're getting bunched up, go ahead and release the throttle, or not release, but roll off the throttle or increase your throttle to get yourself in a more of a staggered position. You want to have escapes, and we're going to talk about that, left and right. And then the space cushion behind you is going to be difficult to really create because if you have a tailgater, the only thing you can really do is move over to a different lane or allow them to pass, and then that's how you create it. But if it's a single lane road, you're kind of screwed. So maintaining a space cushion is very important because you need to have space to do the next thing. The next thing is establishing your escape routes, because when it comes to the end portion of plan, navigating active threats, you need to have an escape route already. So when it comes to positioning for safety, you are actually giving yourself a situation where you can move to the left, move to the right, you can swerve, you can accelerate, progressively brake, you have enough total stopping distance. Thank you, Steve. Welcome to the crew, baby. So escape routes, you need to have them in place before you can actually do them. So that's why we're positioning ourselves for that. So escape routes, let's say you're behind a vehicle, you have a good space cushion, and you want to swerve, okay, because there's a road surface hazard that vehicle went over, or they slammed the brakes. You could swerve into a lane filtering position, you can swerve into a shoulder, or you can find a gap somewhere. And there's going to be a lot of creative things that you're going to have to be doing while you're riding. So when it's not going to be like the normal, I need a lane, you might just need one lane position. So if you're in lane position 2 or center, I like to call it center, and then you can move over lane position left or lane position right, because in the UK you guys do it all backwards, and in Australia it's all upside down. So here, left, center, right, you can move around. That maybe is all you need to do. Ride the line. We're going to talk more about that when we get into the live stream. So maintain a clear line of sight. This is a big one. If you can't see your what's in front of you, how are you going to find your escape routes? If you can't see what's in front of you, that means you don't have a good space cushion. And this isn't just, in the daytime. This is also at nighttime. Your headlights maybe are shining like 50 feet in front of you. That means you have 50 feet of sight. So your line of sight is blocked after that 50 feet. So after that, it's dark. You don't see past that. Think of that as almost like another vehicle blocking your line of sight. So at nighttime, think of that too. But when it comes to daytime, which we typically ride in, because a lot of you guys like to commute to work, write in the comments if you like to commute to work, and that's how you get to work. You get to work, you get to school, whatever it is. Commuting is your thing. It's not really I'm testing my limits out on the mountains. It's commuting. Write that in the comments if that's true. I want to find out. So if you're right behind a vehicle, terrible line of sight, move off to more of like a lane filtering position. So if you're in the center position, can't really see because the vehicle is right in front of you, especially if it's a big vehicle, but then you can move off to left or move off to right, and then that allows you to have this really good line of sight. And we're going to talk about that in the live stream, and we might actually go out for a ride, honestly. I might just grab my gear, we're going to go for a ride, and I'll talk about it too. So stay tuned to this live stream. We're going to jump into that. So escape routes, the only way you're going to find them, good line of sight. Having a space cushion, that's going to give you a good line of sight. If you're right on somebody's butt, you can't see for very far, scoot back. You can see pretty good. Now, I like to use this as an example. So look at my fingers. This is you being very far. These two fingers right here. No bad ideas, guys. These two fingers right here. Kind of small, right? So we're really far from, this is the vehicle. We're really far from the vehicle. This vehicle's starting to slow down, or you're speeding up. It's getting bigger. It's getting bigger. Can you see my face now? Can you see my face? So when you're super close to a vehicle, you can't see around that vehicle. But when you get further and 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 further away, you can see around that vehicle. So increasing your space cushion can give you a good line of sight. It's not just about moving to a different position. It's about actually kind of rolling off the throttle and increasing that space cushion. So line of sight, space cushion, escape routes, it all kind of plays into it. We're going to talk about locating hazardous situations next week, and that's basically, you're prepped and ready with this position for safety, and then now you're actively looking for hazardous situations. It's going to be like intersections, corners, road surface hazards, roadway users, side of the vehicle, all these different things that we're going to be talking about here at the MTC Rider Academy. So make sure you guys join. Grab yourself a donut, sign into class, click that like button. 100 people in class right now. But join. It's only $4.99 the first month. That's going to go up. It's going to go up in price in 2023, guys. It's going to almost double. Not because, I want to get more money. No. We're going to have so much more stuff. So we have some notes and timestamps. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and click this link right here, which is available. Can you take that off? Can you links in the description, right? There you go. There you go. Jeez. So we got a biker's video right here. We're going to be talking about a biker's video. So we have, let's see, we have 25 clips, basically. All right. All right, Kylie, you got your pen and paper out? Let's go ahead and take some notes. Here we go. Jumping into this biker's video. Oh, no buenos. No es bueno. Ooh. Maybe you shouldn't watch this one. He needs a quad lock. All right, here, Tomahawk Jack. Here we go. We're going through. Looks like an uncommon thing. We had a right turner. It's kind of like a left turner when it comes to us in America. So let's go over here. Let's take a quick look at this. That leg is toast. Yeah, it's no buenos. So we're coming up here. We're riding. Okay, we're pretty good. Left, center, right. Oh, I didn't get my pen out. Let's go and get my pen out. So left, center, right. We're in the center right now. And what's an indicator right now that there's an intersection coming up? Right in the comment. Just kidding. I'm going to go ahead and write it because I got my pen out now. We have a right turn arrow. So think of us in the United States. We have a left turn arrow. So this is going to indicate that there's a possible path of travel, possible intersection coming up. So what kind of stage should we be in? I'm just going to say it right now. Orange stage. We should be in orange stage, prepped and ready, making sure that we know what we're doing, making sure that we have everything that we need. Okay, so we're in yellow stage, boom, into orange stage. Okay, just in case something pulls out, we're going to go into red stage. So let's go ahead and get out of here. Let's get that off the screen. Ooh, let's go back just a little bit. I pushed the wrong button. So as soon as you see this, you see the side of the vehicle, you see the doors of the vehicle. You shouldn't be seeing doors of vehicles unless they're going to be crossing in front of you. So this is not a lot of total stopping distance or total reaction distance. So perception, reaction, do your action, and however long it takes. So if you're going to perceive something, your reaction is to swerve. How much do you have an escape route? Do you have time to swerve? Is your perception, your reaction is braking? What's your braking distance? So the whole thing about total stopping distance is that's the equation. So we don't have a lot. We don't have a lot. What you can do is apply some really good progressive brake pressure, and that's going to be that squeeze, 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 squeeze. All right? Squeeze it up. And you might be squeezing, 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 squeezing. Oh, man, you're not going to make it. You might have to swerve. Now, we're not talking like way over here. You have to swerve into oncoming traffic and possibly get a head-on. Let's go get that back on the screen, okay? So you're going to be braking, braking, braking. You might need to swerve just into this spot. Hopefully the vehicles continue this way on that lane and not cross paths. But look how small of a spot you really need. You don't need a lot. Remember, we're just a nice little small profile. That's the area I'd be swerving into. Swerving into this area, that's where they're going. You're just kind of getting yourself in that position. Go to an area that is increasing versus decreasing, and you should be pretty good. But the main thing here is slow it down as best you can, because that might save your booty. Imagine trying to fight for that lane. Yeah, not good. Did fine, just scary. Did fine. All right, Jed, here we go. Riding around, we have the rear view on this. We're slowing down. You can kind of hear it. This guy is not paying attention. Pay attention. This guy... This is why you need to have yourself a rescue pack. Grab yourself a rescue pack. Links in description for some trauma gear, because that looks like a massive injury. What's the mechanism on this one, guys? What's the mechanism of injury on this one? What do you think is broken here? I shouldn't be giggling. What do you think is broken here? We talk about organs. You know, our cervical spine could probably be an injury. Well, more than likely. Our regular spine, the thoracic, lumbar, our coccyx, it's our tailbone, could easily be an injury. Shoulder, so collarbone, facial trauma, because your face will hit the inside of that helmet. Knees. I mean, this is like a full system. You know, lungs, you could easily have a punctured lung from a broken rib. Lots of different things. Bodies are really, really resilient, so you might not have that. But here's the thing: you don't want to take that chance. Now we have somebody else crashing right here. It's not good. It's not good. So how did this happen? So there's not much we can really talk about when it comes to like what can we do to rescue them, because we can't see the injuries involved. But what's happening here? This is what I was talking about at the beginning of the class. You know, super far away. Look how tiny they are. Super far away. All of a sudden they get up to here. That means they got super close. It's obvious now because we're watching it, but it's pretty interesting when you're in this rider's perspective. You see that in the mirror. They're really tiny, and all of a sudden they get big. oh, we're kind of in a bad spot. But if you're starting to see that, if you're the riders back here and you see this guy getting bigger, that means you need to be paying attention. So I think these people are white staged, a little bit zoned out. Exactly, Jeff and Molly, a little bit zoned out here. Now the goal is to be zoned in the whole time. Now we don't know why this rider is stopping. Maybe there's an intersection, maybe there's a road surface hazard, maybe there's a roadway user just kind of stopped. And so once we see brake lights, we should be kind of going into orange stage here. We should be prepped and ready, kind of figuring out, I don't know why they're stopping, but I probably should too. And then once we get super close and we weren't paying attention, we need to go into red stage. We need to get ourselves out of here, swerve, whatever it is. It looks like this person that first crashes in the red bike locked up the brakes and started sliding, but tried to swerve. That's why they're kind of fishtailing. The person that crashed, let's go ahead and watch the first person right here. So he's going to try to swerve. You see how he locked up his brakes? He kind of did a little of that. So he's trying to swerve at the same time. This is where he started to panic. How many of you have practiced your swerves lately? Especially when you're driving on or riding on the road. Don't do it when you're in a car because now you're going crazy and reckless driving. But I like to do this. I like it when I'm riding on the road and I see like a manhole cover or like a tar snake or just like a discoloration in the road. I'm like, that's my hazard. I'm going to practice with that. I'm going to aim right at it. And then as soon as I get close or when I feel like I could do it, I swerve out of the way. So I'm going like 45 miles an hour on a main road or whatever it is. I see a road surface hazard or just a discoloration, just whatever. It doesn't have to be a hazard. And then I practice my swerve. 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 It's not just being in a parking lot doing it 15, 20 miles an hour. You could do it when you're out riding. So right here doesn't look like he's been practicing. Just locked it up. Now, this person really locked it up. Now, his tires, they grabbed some traction. So he grabbed a lot of front brake. Now, what happened here? Write it in the comments. I'll go ahead and give you some hints. There's not going to be a lot of progressive braking. Okay, so what happened here in my point of view, and I want to hear your guys' point of view because I might be wrong, and that's the whole point of the MTC Rider Academy is kind of figuring out who is right, who's wrong, but it doesn't really matter because now we have a bunch of different factors and from a bunch of different perspectives. Right here, I believe he slammed the brakes. His tires got traction. They got traction, and they literally stopped. And he went forward. It's just like you're sprinting, you're hauling ass. Don't do it on anything. I don't recommend this. You are going super fast. You're running, and somebody gets a bolo and boom, get your legs, whoosh, you fall down. That's what it looks like. It's an immediate stop of that front tire. Grab traction, fell down. That's what happened. That's what I believe happened. Let me know what you guys think. But he endoed it. See how violent that was? Not good. Imagine not having gear. Think about that. Little mental pop quiz. Imagine not having a helmet on. I've seen it. I've seen it. I've seen it. Oof. We got to get going. I got a business meeting. So here's the thing, real quick. Grab yourself a quad lock. Links in the description. Get the vibration dampener. Get everything. Grab it. Links in the description. Discount. This is an interesting, maybe it's a prototype for a new thing. I don't know. The rectangle lock. I don't know. But let's go ahead and watch this video. There's the, what did you guys see? I was gonna say there is the, what was that we just saw? What's the pattern? What's the pattern? Escuela, he's in front of a school. Side of the vehicle, Sorso, intersection. So you could see it real quick. There it is, right where it says close calls 2022. There you go. Side of the vehicle, everybody. Once we see that side of the vehicle, more than likely it's going to be an intersection. We should be in orange stage. As soon as we see that sign of the vehicle, possibility of a path of travel violation. So when we talk about planning our ride, locating hazardous situations, we understand since we have a school right here and there's all these different little intersections, we are understanding that it's a hazardous situation. Then when it comes to A for plan, assessing relevant threats. We need to assess relevant threats. This is a relevant threat. It's not going to be an active threat until they pull out, and that's where navigation of an active threat, and that's when we go into red stage. So right here, we located a hazard. Well, first we need a position for safety. We find escape routes, good space cushion. We just talked about that. We located a hazardous situation. So we're now in orange stage, prepped, ready, covering the brakes, really getting ready for that escape route just in case. We're assessing a relevant threat that popped up. Oh, now we're on stage 3, high alert. Definitely. And then all of a sudden they pull out. Now we're just going to act. We have to act. We've prepped the whole time leading up to this. We need to act. Imagine not prepping the whole time. Something happens. Then you have to act. That's where a lot of people go into brown stage. And I think you guys know what brown stage is. Write in the comments if you think you know. If you know. Let's go. There's a swerve. But look how close that was. Very close. But he handled it. Gotta check those pantalones near the escuela. All right, Scully. Hey, we're doing a parking lot practice. Ooh, road surface hazard. Ooh, lost a little traction on that front tire. Great U-turn, by the way.
Awesome.
Great U-turn. Let's take a quick look at that. So we're going to do a nice little U-turn. This is a perfect parking lot for a Smart Rider drill. If you guys don't know what the Smart Rider drill is, you only need a 40 by 60 foot parking lot, and this is what it looks like. So it literally, you just need like this amount. Pretty much that. Because each one of these are like 9 feet. So 9, 18, 27, 36. We're not going to do multiples of 9. But that's all you need. So there's that road surface hazard. So when it comes to doing any type of turning, you need to watch out for road surface hazards. It could be gravel, it could be dirt, it could be rain, it could be oil, it could be a transient just laying on the ground. Who knows? We're coming up to here, lost a little traction, that front tire. Now, there's a lot of gravel there. Now, I kind of noticed that there's a big gravel. There's a little gravel there. So they're doing some work. Handled it well, but what happens if you drop the bike? You could snap your elbow pretty easily just from this fall. Or you hit your head hard enough to get a concussion. So wear some gear. You know, be a smart rider. Make sure you guys are wearing full gear. Okay?
So I'm actually not going to be able to,
Okay, so real quick. This is going to be very graphic. So, Nathan, we're going to make this its own video because this is probably going to get demonetized. It's probably going to get demonetized. Oh, snap. You hear the screaming already. So make sure you guys grab yourself a rescue kit. Links in the description for a rescue kit. Let's get us to... So this is him. This is the guy that's been riding. I believe it's his girlfriend or something that crashed. We're going to skip a lot of that stuff. So this is her on the bike. So make sure you wear full gear. It's just a terrible situation. I'm not going to tell them what they should have been doing because they already know now. And it's not a good situation. It's just terrible. Terrible. Un terrible. Okay, so here we go.
Channel. Turbo Tony 81.
here
we go. Brace yourselves.
All right, so we have an intersection coming up. We're going to have to make this turn. So we should be slowing down and get into orange stage. And I'm just going to go through it. We're not going to watch it and then go through it. We're just going to go through it because it's pretty graphic.
hard for me to look at y'all, so I'm actually not going to be able to.
So here's the turn. So we slowed down to 10 miles an hour. We did. So I would assume she's a beginner rider. So he's checking back, looking back. So there's the crash. Okay. So let's go ahead and go back just as much as we can. Look at the foot. Okay, we put her foot out. Now what happens in, I keep touching my nose because I'm getting a little nervous actually. That's probably like a tick. With turf toe and all this stuff, American football, somebody plants their foot, the body keeps moving. What happens? That's what's happening here. Foot went out, got planted into the curb. Got into the curb. Okay, there's the crash. So she's down. So at this point, we need to be remaining calm. We just recognized that our loved one crashed, and it's really hard to remain calm. He does a really good job remaining calm. She could scream all she wants. She's in pain. But we need to remain calm. First, we need to call 911. If it's just us, we need to call 911. You're not going to tell her to call 911. So we call 911 because we need to get the chain of survival going. So we can't sit here for 45 minutes just doing what we could do with a rescue booklet and pack, which, by the way, we got the rescue booklets and everything with the packs. We can't sit here. We need to get surgery on board, and you're going to find out why. And we have to ensure our own safety. So when it comes to a crash, we're going to kind of go through this. This is kind of an assessment and everything. So we're still in the middle of the road. We have to make sure we're safe too. We don't want to get hit. This could happen anywhere. We want to make sure we don't get hit ourselves. So look for hazards. Wear some personal protective equipment like gloves, goggles, whatever it is. If it's your loved one, I'm not wearing gloves. They got medicine now for Hep C. So, all right. I'm going to do what I need to do. Stop major bleeds. That's the biggest thing. Loss of blood is a massive killer. Preventable killer of people. And I say that, but it's true. It's true. And we're going to quickly assess the severity here. So this is the back side of the card, which comes with every rescue pack, and I keep it inside my wallet. Keep it inside my wallet. Great card. You can actually download it at the MTC Rider Academy. It's free. It's absolutely free. So join the MTC Rider Academy. There's a, anyways, there's a way to get to it. We might talk about it later. So right here, remain calm. Let's go ahead and talk about this. All right, so uncommon thing in a common situation. Let's go ahead and get that off the board now. Uncommon thing in a common situation, we have an ankle that looks deformed. So one of the assessments that we do when it comes to looking for injuries is DCAP BTLS. Okay, that's just a nice little, I don't know if it's an acronym or mnemonic. I don't know what the difference is, but DCAP BTLS, deformities, contusions, abrasions, punctures, tenderness, lacerations, and swelling. Tenderness is like you touch something and they're like, owie. Deformities is the biggest one. So a deformity is basically anything that is uncommon. One way to kind of figure it out is, well, don't break your fingers, but if like somebody hurt their hands and like snap their finger, it's like, well, does this finger look the same as this finger? Is this super swollen compared to this finger? So you like to compare to the other side. Okay, symmetrical, compare the left eye to the right eye, compare left leg to right leg. If things are different, there it is. If it's always been different, well, you can't really do anything about that. So right here is definite deformities. So now it's like, okay, now we're getting into high gear. We're getting into high gear. We got to definitely call 911. This isn't just like, oh, let's pick up the bike. Okay, you see some white. You see some white. This is why I'm telling you it's going to get demonetized. That's a compound fracture. So a compound fracture, and I think he does talk about it in here. A compound fracture is when the bone actually penetrates the skin and actually goes out. So you have a lot of issues with that. Obviously, it's going to be a completely broken bone, but you're going to have some lacerations to nerves, lacerations to blood vessels, and then a really high possibility of infection, and you don't want your bones to be infected. You just don't. So really high everything. This is an emergency. You putting a splint on it isn't going to be enough. You need to get her to surgery. So what you can do, like I've been talking about this whole time, is stop major bleeds. So a bone, they used it back in the day, and they still do, as knives, as spears, as things to cut. I mean, if any of you guys have been tonguing a loose tooth as a kid and start cutting up your tongue, it's the same thing, but even sharper. Okay, so right here, probably got some blood vessels cut, probably could bleed out. We don't know yet, and that's why you need to stop major bleeds. And a tourniquet here, high and tight, up on the thigh. Cinch it nice and tight, stop any major bleeds. You might not be bleeding now, but the artery could be, dissected? It goes all the way up, kind of the body shuts it off, basically. It's a nice little system that the body has, but once the body relaxes, it starts to relax itself, and then you start bleeding out. So you want to get ahead of that. And so getting a tourniquet on there, it's not gonna be a big deal. Anything over 2 hours, they have to do some kind of medicine. They have to get some thrombolytics and a bunch of other stuff on board so that when they release it, you don't get all the potassium and lactic acid going to the heart, causing strokes and everything. But it looks like we're in an area where you can get her to the hospital within 2 hours.
That right there is a compound fracture.
Yeah, there he is. He's talking about it.
She broke her ankle, as you guys can clearly see.
That's
But of course,
she's not
compound
she's not fully aware right now. The pain is just kind of overriding everything, and I like how he's staying calm.
compound fracture for you guys who don't know what that is. When the bone comes out of
Okay, right there. I want you guys to see that. So look at the guy that rode up on the bicycle. Okay, we're gonna learn a lot about just kind of what's going on. So the guy that rode up on the bicycle just comes up on the scene. This could be you walking your dog, riding a bicycle yourself. These people in a crash could have been a car versus another car. It could have been a vehicle versus pedestrian. There could be a lot of different situations here that could just be different. And this is why we need a rescue. But if this is you, I want you guys to see what he's doing. Like, there's a little bit of a panic. And part of being a smart rider is knowing how to rescue someone, and it's remaining calm. And the only way you really remain calm is if you have the knowledge, you have the skills, get the booklet, take an accident scene management course, maybe take a stop the bleed course. But get some skills, because that gives you confidence, that gives you the ability to remain calm. So imagine riding a motorcycle the first time, not very calm. Riding it 100 a time, very calm. Training calms the nerves, calms the mind. So watch him. He's coming up.
Compound fracture for you guys.
He's coming up.
Don't know what
Now watch him move around. Like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? So he doesn't know what to do. And so as the guy that's talking with the GoPro, what you can do, since if you have the calm nerves and maybe you have some of the training, we can tell him to call 911. And all he has to do is, we have an intersection right here. What's the street? You tell him, call 911. These are the streets right here. Now, dispatch is really good. They're going to walk them through it. That's their job, to talk to people that are, out of it a little bit. And so if you have the medical knowledge, do what you can do. Tell him to call 911. Take command of the scene.
Hold on, call ambulance. Hold on, baby.
See, he did it. Call ambulance.
Hold on.
damn.
So if you have a backpack and everything, I keep my rescue. I'll be right back. So I got my backpack right here. It's just a nice little Columbia backpack, right? Oh, North Face. Inside of it, I have one in my saddlebags too, but I like to have two of them, especially when I get off the bike. I got my rescue pack with a blue tourniquet on it, just for a little bit extra. Got my rescue pack right here. So if you're gonna have a backpack like that, that's the cool thing, Velcro. If you're gonna have a backpack, get yourself a rescue kit, or even make your own trauma kit. I tell you what's inside each rescue pack. I tell you what's inside. Go ahead and make your own if you want, but keep one in there, because you don't have to keep running back to your bike or your motorcycle. I have one in the saddlebag, like I said, but if I get launched or if I get off the bike and I need something right then and there, I got my backpack on. 2 is 1, 1 is none. All right?
Damn.
So I don't think there's much more. She's just a lot of screaming. But I wanted you guys to see the compound fracture and how quickly a scene can escalate. And it's just not a good situation. So what we need to do here is remain calm. I mean, this is what's happening right beforehand. We're just having a good time. This could be us riding around in the neighborhood, teaching our girlfriend, teaching our brother, teaching our daughter, teaching whoever how to ride it. This is a Honda Navi, right? Navi. Anyways, there's a Legend of Zelda joke in that. It's a DCT, so it's an automatic. So she's a brand new beginner. She's learning. And it could switch into something bad like this. It could switch to something bad. Hope she's doing okay. Terrible situation. We're going to watch it through. This is going to be the censored version, and then we're going to move on to the next one. Sorso, do I agree a new rider should be in front of the more experienced rider?
Compound fracture.
I believe you could switch off and on.
She broke her ankle.
It's good to have a rider in front of you that's new, but then if you get in front, you can be an example of what you should do. So it's good to switch it.
Compound fracture for you guys who don't know what that is.
Yeah, we're gonna go and skip that. We've already seen it. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and watch. So we got an intersection coming up. Ooh, merging. So we did some good progressive brake pressure, got ourselves out of it. And why do you switch? Look at that truck going slow. So this is definitely going to be one of those situations like big open lane. Exactly, sober rider, big open lane. And there's the merge. That's the moment we perceive and we can react. and we're going to start the total stopping distance process, we're just not going to come to a complete stop. We're just not going to. We don't want to. We just want to progressively brake until we get to a position where we have another thing of safety. We have a space cushion. We have escape routes. We have everything we need. That's all it is. Maybe too much speed, but he handled it. I would go with the flow of traffic. I wouldn't be going super fast, but he's doing fine. Maybe going a little too fast. Who knows? Check your mirrors. Yeah, whatever. Bruno Kubo. Oh, switching from light to dark. Didn't see blind curve. His friend up ahead did the same thing. Did you guys notice that? His friend up ahead almost hit the wall. We hit the wall. So are we riding and following, or are we riding our own ride? Write it in the comments. What do you think we're doing here? Thankfully, we're high vis with all the LEDs. Nobody's going to hit us. Following and couldn't see. Target fixated. Yeah, following. Ooh, see, that's the thing is when we get into a crash, we have to ensure our own safety for hazards like that. Let's take a quick look at what happened here. So one of the big problems when it comes to coming into a tunnel like this is a blind turn. So when we talk about position for safety, we need to have good line of sight. You can't see what's around here. And look how shaded it is in there. Obviously, there's some green, but it's shaded. You don't know where it's turning, how it's turning, unless you've done this 100 times. And if you've done it 100 times, you know you should probably be slowing down. So we're coming up to here, and our buddy, look, see how you can't see anything? This is what I'm talking about. So our buddy's doing the same thing. Look how far ahead. Look at that. Super close. So we all were riding a little bit too fast for the corner, at least for our skills. And then he starts looking at the corner, and then we hit the wall. Now, at higher speeds could be very bad. Even at low speeds, you could snap a patellar tendon. This is why you have motorcycle gear. Links in the description for some Revzilla gear, by the way. Some beginner gear. All right, we're going to watch this one already. I want you to point out right in the comments, what is a typical hazard with lane filtering? What do you think we're going to see? Write in the comments before you hit play. I'll pause. Okay. Wasn't expecting that, though. I think that guy was just being a jerk. Because there was no spot for that guy to go. There was no spot for that guy to go. Unless, well, he was going into that. Never mind, I take that back. So we're coming up to here. There's the merging. So I guess he wants to get in this lane. So merging. So you do notice a big open spot. A lot of people lined up. It's a good indication that people want to go into that spot, but also think this person is slowing down so he can get into spot too. So you start seeing that uncommon thing. Now, what are the things that we can do when it comes to lane filtering? Just pretty much progressively brake. And so when you have a total stopping distance that is massive because you are speeding, you're not going to be able to stop in time. So when it comes to lane filtering, in Arizona, they just passed the law. You can only go 10 miles an hour above the flow of traffic, and the flow of traffic has to be stopped. So you're going 10 miles an hour. That's really what it is. So you're going 10 miles an hour. Traffic has to be stopped. It has to be 2-lane road. It has to be on here. It can't be on the freeway. And you can't be going fast. And that's really good. I really like that they did that because it's easier to stop at 10 miles an hour than it is at 30, especially when you're this close to things. So did really good job with progressive brake pressure. I don't like the rev bomb at the end, but you do you. If you got yourself out of it, you can do whatever you want afterwards. I don't care. But remember, there's always a new situation. Look at this. Always a new situation. Just because you passed one doesn't mean you're going to pass them all. Merging issue, intersection. Whoa, uncommon thing. Okay. We can get pissed off all we want at this bright orange truck for doing what it did. Are we fighting and winning this? Write in the comments. Are we going to fight and win this? Can we swerve? This is the same person too, by the way. So we're coming up to here, intersection. We should be in orange stage just like the freaking truck. Should be in orange stage. Oh, what is that? All of a sudden he starts doing that? That's weird. It looks like he's already rolling off the throttle. This is a smart rider. I'm seeing it. He's seeking and recognizing, maintaining good fundamental skills. He's got full gear. He's doing pretty good. Now we definitely see a side of the vehicle. And that's the moment we really started squeezing because it started to really hit. The point of watching these close calls and crashes is so that we can see these patterns ahead of time, burn them into our memories. And so then when we see that out there on the road, it's like, oh, I've already seen this before. You don't want to go out on the road the very first time, ever, not have any experience, never seen what a bad thing could look like, nothing. You watch these videos, and then you've seen 100 bad things. Your brain fills it in when you're out riding. It's part of the Fitz-Posner mode of learning. We're doing the conceptual, we're doing the prefrontal cortex version, and then we're going to get you guys practicing. Doing the in-class. Toyota. All right, did a good job. I would honk too. All right, Chuck and Z, here we go. Ooh, cruisers. Real quick, look at the front end of those bikes. Watch the front end of those bikes. Boom, boom, boom. They all just like slammed those brakes a little late. So what do you think's gonna happen? They slammed those brakes. You don't know what I'm talking about? Let's go ahead and go over here. Let's go back. Let's slow it down. Let's do half speed. Watch the headlights do this. Watch the headlights do this. Boom, boom, boom. Still didn't see it? Let's watch a little bit more. Let's do 25% speed. So what I want you guys to see is the headlight, and then you're going to see this compress. That's when you know their weight transfer to that front tire. We're already in the turn. Slow look, press and roll. It's kind of hard to do when you have all these little twisties. Yeah. I get it. But what are we doing here? Watch it. Slam. Right here. Slam. Right here. Slam. So about here, we're halfway through the turn. Now what do you think's going to happen? One of them didn't make it. Started to panic. This is what I tell you guys. Don't Flintstone your motorcycles when you're traveling. He started to panic, got shot out towards the end, and his foot got caught. There you go. Started getting shot out to the end, and then his foot got caught. So he's leaning his motorcycle so far down. And here's the thing. It's a cruiser. It's not very hard to lean it down to catch your foot and catch the peg. But if you catch your foot in the middle of a turn because you're leaning it so hard because you're going faster than what your bike is capable of and your skill is capable of, you're going to start grabbing hard parts or even your foot. Okay, when I took my, I'm not even going to say the name of it because they're little D-bags. When I took an advanced class and I learned how to get my knee down and I learned how to do some stuff, body positioning is so important for cruiser riders. So important for cruiser riders. You have to get your body off the bike so your bike is more upright. So then now your pegs and your feet aren't getting closer and closer and closer. If you're scraping peg on a sport bike, ooh, you're getting low. Now, why are you getting low? Are you going 120, 190, whatever it is on a track? I don't know. But are you doing like 60 over here and you're getting your, there's something wrong. That's what happens. Now get yourself a, did he almost run him over? Get yourself a rescue pack, rescue your buddy. Talking on his Cardo Pack Talk Edge right there, baby. Talking on his Cardo Pack Talk Edge. Love to see it. That's what I use. Look at that.
I hit it.
Yeah.
I hit one of those back there. I think I hit that.
So he's talking about hitting one of the reflectors. How did we hit a reflector with our foot? It's not the reflector's fault. Let's go ahead and blame gravity too. Gravity, if physics weren't invented, we'd be fine. He's got road rash all over him.
That was my hair.
He's got a good attitude about it though. I love it. Good attitude. All right, SP3X Racing. Nighttime, night hazard. Side of the vehicle, I see lights. I see emerging. So there's a lot of intersections, a lot of problems here. Oh, never mind. I didn't see a side of the vehicle. I saw the motorcycle. Let's go back a little bit. Let's redo that. Nathan, can we make it so I sound better? All right, here we go. We're coming up to here. We have a merging issue, not side of the vehicle. And there it is. Do we see that intersection, basically? Cardo can link up to Sinana. They can, but it has to be Bluetooth mode. You can't use the dynamic mesh. That is amazing on Cardo. So we have right here, we have a merging, we have a median. Median's going to decrease and go away. and we have a merging issue. So we're really close in the blind spot. We should be in orange stage, prepped and ready for this already. Should have been prepped. That's fine. Moved over, handled it. Yeah. All right, we got another hazard. There's the sides of the vehicles. That's what I was talking about earlier. Side of the vehicle, side of the vehicle, side of the vehicle. Move over, move over, move over. Progressively braking while honking is annoying. Just the honk is annoying. All right, G-Force, here we go. Let's go ahead and get into this. But before we do, thank you to our sponsors, the MTC Rider Academy. And if you want to grab yourself a DDFM Crew glove holder, right now, as I'm talking, they're on pre-order. Grab yourself a glove holder. Anyways, let's go into here. 150 kilometers with a oh, we got some ABS. Ooh, ABS into the guardrail. Those are nice guardrails, though, by the way. He didn't go under it. Didn't have gear. He's got gloves and a helmet. What was the clicking noise, everybody? Write it in the comments. What was the clicking noise? What was the clickety clack, click, 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 clickety clack? What was the clickety noise? Here we go. What's that? Yeah, it's ABS kicking in. ABS is great. It prevented him from slamming into the side of the wall or dumping the bike, but ABS kicked in. It's not going to be the thing that's going to save you. It's going to be the thing that can help you. And then he crashes. Oh, no. So, just in case we're being this kind of a rider, let's go ahead and get some full gear. Links in the description for some Revzilla beginner gear. Just click the link. Check it out. See if you like it. Buy something from Revzilla, whatever it is. It's an affiliate link. It helps me out. No extra cost to you. If you're going to buy something, might as well use the link anyways. So, get some full gear. He just has gloves and a helmet. Gloves and a helmet. And I'm just going to say his phone flew off. He should have got a quad lock. He had a ram mount. Okay, his phone's still there. Never mind. Anyways, Ofer Keatum. Side of the vehicle, uncommon thing. No, that's not a side. It's just everyone stopped. Whoa, uncommon thing with a door. Woo. Handled it. Handled it. A little pucker factor going on there. All right, road rage, Mauritius. All right, green doesn't always mean go. Good job. Stop fighting. You're going to lose. You're going to lose. Law of gross tonnage. Come on now. Let's go back to this, okay? So this is just basically for anybody, okay? Anybody could be paying attention to this. This could be you walking across the street. It could be you doing whatever. We're coming up to here. Look at our line of sight. Look at our line of sight. Can't see around the vehicle. Green doesn't mean go all the time. It just means go ahead and creep it out. So we see this. Person's not stopping. We perceived, reacted with a horn. How about we react with just kind of sitting back until he's done? Now we're going to keep going. Who's going to win? And he's not even pointed in the right direction. He's pointed towards the sidewalk in the corner of the building. What's up, King Bahamut? Yeah, you can be pissed. You can be pissed, but that bus will win. All right. Is this a Voss helmet? I believe so. Yes, it is. We have a link in the description for Voss helmets. Oh, he's going to go off the road? Probably protected his head completely with 0 injuries. Don't quote me on that. There's liability on that one. But if you want to get yourself a Voss helmet, grab yourself a Voss helmet. Links in the description for a discount. That's the official helmet of DDFM Crew. I have the dual sport helmet. Love it. It's great. ECE. Has a drop-down visor. It's got a lot of good stuff, a lot of goodies. All right, here we go. So we're coming through the corner, coming through the corner, coming through the corner, coming through the corner, and we didn't make the corner. He's got gear, though. He's got gear. So let's go ahead and get me out of the way now. So we're coming through here. Got to go around the person. Look at the turns. They're really tight. I don't think this is an area to be riding super fast, right? An R1. Oof. So there we go. Off the road. Should have gone a little bit slower. All right, here we go. Looks like a... Is this a Harley? Yeah, it looks like a little bit of like a Harley. Maybe an Indian. It looks like an Indian. It's an Indian. Way better than Harley. We're going through here. Can't see much. Whoa, whoa. Looks like we went off a little on the road. Okay, so when we talk about headlights, you know, obviously the GoPro can't pick up everything, the shutter speed and all that stuff. But I like to use, we're just going to talk about this thing right here. I like using my phone as a GPS device because I used to play video games all the time when I had time. And when I played any racing games, when I played, you know, Grand Theft Auto, you know, you put on the GPS. It's really helpful. You could see, look, you can't see the road here, but you know there's a turn coming up. This is why I have my quad lock. You don't see a lot, you see a lot. It's really good. It's really, really good. So that's why I use my phone on the handlebars. I don't use it to text people. I use it to look at GPS and maybe swipe music. Thankfully, it didn't crash. Here we go. Nighttime hazard. Whoa, what is this? Quiz time. What's the pattern? What's the pattern? Pause the video again. Write in the comments. Come back to the video. Great job with the progress. Oh, we're going to talk a little bit about this. Just a little bit because he did such a great job. And track days, I don't really care about. Take a look at this. Situationally aware. Okay, this is a smart rider. Right off the bat, smart rider. We're getting close to this hazardous situation. Okay, he located a hazardous situation. The vehicle on the right, the truck on the right, crosses that line. You see the camera kind of switch over to the truck. And you start hearing the RPMs go down. So he rolls off the throttle, reaching for those front brakes. And guess what he does? Amazing progressive brake pressure. And this is kind of like exaggerated. It's a lot. But this is what's really cool about it, is that you get to see what progressive braking can do to increase your space cushion. And he's already moving. Great, Tony, from lane position 1 to 3. So here's the thing. He sees it. He's like, what's that? Rolls off the throttle, squeezes the brakes, increases space cushion. Now look at the space cushion he has. Just in case more dumb stuff started happening. Can we swerve left? Can we swerve right? Can we do more progressive? What can we do? And guess what? We're on a sport bike, we're on a motorcycle, and we're going to have fun just catching back up. Not a big deal. Take it as I practiced my braking. This was really good. Great example. I don't know his name. It's up there somewhere. Great example. TS, all right. What do you think is going to happen? Low side? High side? Typically what happens on a... Yeah, there's a low side on the track. The bike went flying. Ooh. Great stills. But look at the runoff that you got. This is typically the side of a mountain or off a cliff. Look at it. It's river rock. It still hurts. But you're not having something suddenly stop you. It's that sudden deceleration that kills you. Most of the time. It's going to be an expensive fix, yeah. It is. All right, so Strider 790. We've seen him before.
You down the wrong side of the road, you daft cunt.
I'll just let him have that. Nothing to say. Accredited. Intersection, side of the vehicle, prepped and ready. Did some braking, did a little bit of honking. We're gonna keep playing, and these are good ones. You guys already had your lessons for this video. Ooh, what's happening here? Yoink. And we crash. How come we didn't see him? He's got a bright orange shirt. Didn't see him. That's what it looks like when you get rear-ended. So a typical rear-end collision for a car versus a car, it's just crumple zone versus crumple zone, bumper to bumper. Here, it's you get knocked off the bike, you fall and hit the ground, and you get secondary, third, and fourth types of injuries. So the car is white staged exactly. The car is not paying attention, should have been paying attention. The car is zoned out. The car driver is zoned out. You know, it's fun just to say it's cars. You know, there's no real humans inside. They got big eyes on the windshield. Let's just call them cars from now on. No, I'm just kidding. I don't want to. The people are the problem, not the car itself. The car driver was not paying attention, possibly on the phone. This is definitely one of those situations that they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. And if you're in the cars behind him, Do you have your rescue pack? Can you rescue this person? Even if it's minor bleeding? We do have a rescue pouch. It's 20 bucks. It's 20 bucks for minor bleeds. Is that a fire station? Looks like bay doors. Hey, it's the perfect place to crash. Big numbers. Yeah, it looks like a fire station. All right, here we go. Side of the vehicle, you can see it. Merge issue, just switch over, handled it, did well. 360 camera, Insta360. Come on, let's go ahead and talk a little bit. I got your original ones. I did a pre-order for the originals. You got the X3s out. Come on now. Let's talk. Let's get something going. All right, bonus clips. We just played through these. We're gonna play through the bonus clips. All right. Ooh, what's up, Buffalo? Oh, yeah. He probably did not feel that. Just sharts on him. Whew. Canada Rye. All right, here we go. Moving through here. Good space cushions. No gear. Person's on her butt, so a space cushion behind us is no buenos. I would move over to the right. There you go. Created a space cushion. Positioned for safety. I got a meeting in 45 minutes, Frank. Thank you for keeping up on it. Spider Dijon. So it's some kind of mustard made out of spiders. Merge issue. Don't fight for it.
Fucking retard.
I don't like that word. Unless it's for, like, brake systems. Anyways, moving on. So we're moving through here. We have an off-ramp. We have a road surface hazard. That looks like... Oh, no. I think the rookie firefighter is going to get in trouble. That looks like a hard suction hose from a fire truck. Uh-oh. Yeah, it looks like a hard suction hose from a fire truck. They're usually that long, too. Hard suction hose fire truck. Fire truck. Yep. Yep, it looks like it. It's made for suction. No buenos. That would suck to hit. It's a rigid plastic, and then the couplings are metal. So, I mean, you're not gonna... That person probably hit it. Yeah, checking their tire. Look at that. Oh. They have to change the tire out. So good job. Good job, Dan and the fireman. You know what, guys? You know what I feel like doing? I feel like heading out onto the motorcycle. I want to show you what the plan method really looks like. I want to show you everything. So I think we're going to go. Let's just go ahead and go.
So guys, we're going to be jumping into another ride along with Dan and the Fireman. By the way, we have DDFM crew glove holders on pre-order. You might want to grab one. Love keeping my gloves there. But yeah, we're going to be going around and riding and talking about the MTC awareness stages, and we're going to be planning our ride. So you're going to go ahead and ride with me, and we're going to go ahead and see how everything goes. Before we head out on the road, I want to do a quick shout out to all the sponsors that we currently have. We have Cardo using the Cardo Pack Talk Edge. We have Quad Lock where my phone is attached. We got True Classic Tees. I got my little uniform underneath. You can't really see it. Voss helmets, of course. Great motorcycle helmets. So quick shout out to them if you want to check them out. Links are in the description for some discounts, and it's affiliate stuff, and you're going to be helping me out just by clicking that link. No extra cost. Anyways, let's go ahead and jump into this. What we're going to be doing, also Fly Eyes. They're not a sponsor yet, but I like their stuff, the glasses. Anyways, what we're going to be doing is going through the MTC awareness stages. The goal is to not be in white stage. If you guys know what that is, that's great. If not, we talk about it all the time on this channel. So there's white, yellow, orange, red, and brown. Right now we're coming up to an intersection. I should be in orange stage, covering my brakes, kind of slowing it down. It's the crest of the hill. And so what orange stage really is just kind of being prepared. You found that hazardous situations. So positioning for safety, you know, I'm in a good position, good line of sight, space cushions, 360 situation awareness, I got escape routes, perfect. Locating hazardous situations, we have intersections, lighted intersections, possible left turners. Like right here, we have a possible left turner. I'm gonna go ahead and position myself for safety because you never know, you never know. And so now we're over here. So that's kind of what we're doing here. So we got a side of the vehicle, we got another one coming up right here. I'm gonna go ahead and present myself. Yeah, you slammed those brakes, didn't you? We're always locating hazardous situations. Orange stage. I'm trying to talk as quick as this happens, and I know some of you guys are new to this channel. It's kind of awkward, but we do watch some live streams, and we witness a lot of failures and a lot of actually good stuff. So I wanted to show you guys what it looked like while I am riding myself. Okay, making sure they see me. I got chipmunk cheeks, so it's actually kind of hard to speak. This is a brand new Voss helmet. And then we're gonna navigate active threats. So we assess the solution. We see somebody pulling out like that person. I'm gonna swerve to the right. I gotta get myself out of here and do that. So when you position for safety, like I said, you have good line of sight. I can see far. Space cushions to the front and to the sides. How do you do that? 360 situation awareness. You're constantly checking your mirrors, checking your blind spots. I know for a fact that there's no one behind me because of my mirrors. Blind spots I've already checked. I'm prepped and ready, so if somebody did pull out, I don't have to look first. I could just go. And that's the point. You want to be predictable. Motorcycles and cars are predictable. Motorcyclists, not really. So you want to be predictable. I'm going to position myself a little bit here. Arizona just passed the lane filtering law, but you know what? I don't need to because I got an open lane. Coming up to here, it's orange stage. I am concerned about anybody rear-ending me, so what I'm doing is positioning once again. I'm going to position more into like a lane filtering position because I'm hoping if they see me last second because of their white stage, they're going to swerve right. Who knows? And that's part of being a smart rider is that you are acquiring and using personal protective equipment. So as you can tell, I have full gear, helmet to tippity toes and tippity fingers. Full gear. Link in the description for that too. Revzilla has some beginner gear on their list. So my plan was actually to kind of get rid of all the yellow stages because that's where you're typically in. You're zoned in, you are prepped and ready, but you're actively seeking and recognizing and understanding hazardous situations. You are looking for it, and then when you get into here, so I'm yellow stage, orange stage, because I have located a hazardous situation, and I'm orange, 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 yellow stage. So here is the typical thing. I'm in yellow stage until I find that uncommon thing. During the live streams, we see quite a bit of some of the same patterns. Okay, so we have like an open lane, big stack of vehicles. Right now, there's no stack of vehicles, so I don't see that pattern. Side of the vehicle, that's a possible path of travel violation. Typically happens at intersections, like here. You can tell it's an intersection because of the road signs, and you can also tell because of the lights. You also have merging issues. So, you know, somebody side by side with me, if I'm in their blind spot, they can merge into me. I try to keep myself out of it. This is one of those problems when I'm trying to teach you guys what not to do or what to see for, and I keep myself out of these situations. So I think we're gonna have to start getting ourselves into more of a bad position for safety. So we got a side of the vehicle right there. I'm gonna go ahead and slow it down. I don't like it. Side of the vehicle right here, don't like it. I'm gonna make sure I have good 360 situation awareness, and now I'm gonna go ahead and speed up. My goal is to get right next to this red truck. So right here, I want you guys to see it. Bad position, poor line of sight, escape routes to the left are terrible. I have to swerve in a lane filter position. So what I'm gonna do is roll off the throttle just a little bit, allow them to go ahead and go forward. Still bad position because I can't see. I have an intersection coming up. So what I'm gonna do is just move over. Boom, look at that. Look at that position. I have good line of sight. If something happens, I could just actually go straight, and I have a good space cushion. So that's what you're doing. You're constantly modulating your stuff. So here, right here, I feel like I boxed in. Here's that open lane. So let's say there's a car stacked in front of the Avalanche and this vehicle. I'm in an open lane. My lane is moving quicker. Who knows? One of these vehicles want to get into my lane. So my goal is to be staggered, just like in a staggered formation with other motorcyclists. I got a red light coming up. Oh, I hear the bike up ahead backfiring. So I'm going to roll out the throttle and just stay staggered. I do not want to be in blind spots or merging areas. None of that stuff. So I can lane filter, like I said, but I really don't care. I really don't care. There we go. I just want to switch lanes. Nice and slow speed stuff. Lane position. Careful, anybody wants to move into my spot. Don't like the spot, position for safety. Give myself a space cushion. Fire rescue, he's got his turnout gear on the front of his handlebars, not very safe, but it is what it is. And so right here, we're getting a little bit more traffic, you know, so here's that open lane. Okay, if this Jeep was going slower, this Hyundai would want to switch over, so I'm gonna stay staggered. We have a big bus on the far right, not too worried about it. So when we talk about uncommon thing in a common situation, I'm not too worried about that one because they have to cross a bunch of lanes and there's already traffic kind of blocking them. We have an intersection here covering the brakes, covering everything, looking for the escape routes. You notice how it's just a consistent, ongoing process. It's a loop. We're positioned for safety, locate hazards, assess the situation and solutions, navigate possible threats. And that's what we're doing. It's a beautiful day. We got motorcycles, wave to everybody, say hi, hi, hi. And we're gonna go ahead and get into the right lane. So I'm trying to get myself into dangerous situations here. If you notice when we watch the live streams, it's just constant. There's the side of the vehicle right there, kind of pulling out. It's constant crash, close call. And a lot of people are like, man, like, I don't want to start riding. And some people are like, I am so glad we're watching this, so I know what to do. So I'm watching out for the person behind me, lane filtering position. I'm gonna stay staggered. I don't like being next to other people. Really loud. That's cool. You do what you want. Please wear some gear at some point. He's got a fire rescue turnout bag up front, so that's like his fire gear. But he's not wearing gear for his motorcycle. Anyways, usually you see like crashes all the time. That's not how it really is. I forgot to put the pin lock on this thing. That's not how it is. It's like this. You're constantly just evaluating. There's not a lot of hazards all the time. You're more concerned about road surface hazards. Jeez, that's loud. See, there it is, the open lane, almost in the motorcyclist. He fought for the spot, and he's just gonna keep going. I have this open lane over here. I'm just gonna position for safety, just move over one lane. But that's exactly it. He's fighting for the spot. He accelerated, the indication just kept going, and that's not what you're supposed to do. Not a very smart rider, not a very smart rider. But that's fine, you do you. I got a rescue pack in my backpack, got a rescue pack in my saddlebag. So basically I got 2 pieces of gear just in case both of them, you know, get massive road rash. Anyways, so it's not gonna be like super dangerous all the time. And that's one of the big problems when it comes to riding, is that when you're riding, you're actually not practicing your emergency, there's the open lane, emergency maneuvers. You're not practicing them because nothing really happens, and that's an easy way to get complacent. A very easy way to get complacent. Oh, nothing happened this ride. Nothing happened this ride. 100 times, nothing happened. Now the 101st and then on, it's like, I don't need to practice. I don't need to worry. I don't need to look for things. I could start zoning out. Every time you hop on the motorcycle, you zone in. Swing that leg over, you're in a different mindset. I don't know if this guy's gonna switch over, so I'm gonna kind of wait a little bit. Kind of sit back a little bit here. You know what? Let's go ahead and lane filter a little bit. Let's just go ahead and lane filter. Let's just go ahead and do it. Arizona law. Let's see if anybody gets pissed. So it's easy to get complacent. Not a lot of stuff's gonna be happening when you're out riding. So that's why you have to constantly zone in and start scanning all of the road surface hazards. The corner's coming up right here. It's a blind corner. I can't really tell where it's going. I know it's going left. I can follow the lights. I can follow, you know, where the road is right there, where the oncoming traffic is. So I'm like slowing down, constantly just like talking to myself, constantly saying, hey, slow, look, press, roll. Constantly evaluating the road surface, constantly evaluating my position when it comes to other vehicles, constantly evaluating my skills, like, oh man, that braking, that shifting I just did back there was terrible. Maybe I should start practicing a little bit more. Evaluate your skills, because when you're out on the road, you don't have a lot. You don't have a roll cage, airbags, seat belts, crumple zones. You don't have all that stuff. All you have is the gear you have on yourself, and a simple laying the bike down on your leg, snapping it, is a very real possibility. You do not want to be in that situation. So right here, I'm not worried, but I see that I have an open lane. It's an orange stage. I'm gonna kind of position myself off over here, just in case they switched over. Everything looks good. It's a yellow right now over there. That means it's gonna turn green for us. And here we go. Make me look good. Make me, okay, maybe not. I guess it's a lagging left arrow. Maybe I'm an idiot. But I just wanted to express, you know, this is kind of what we do. You know, we're out here riding, smart riders, making sure that we are constantly seeking out, recognizing, and understanding. Maintain your skills, acquire and use personal protective equipment, rescue if you need to, teach and mentor. I hope this gave you guys a little bit of an insight on what it is to plan your ride, kind of like the normal, typical ride that you're going to be doing to work, to your to your friend's house, to whatever. We're not speeding, we're not hauling ass, we're not, you know, being aggressive, we're being defensive. If we have to, we're on motorcycles, we can be aggressive, get ourselves out of there, because our escapes are not just braking and swerving, it's also acceleration, because we can do that because we're such a narrow profile. So we're going to continue watching these after action reviews, we're going to continue watching all these crashes and close calls, and we're going to be learning, got a bug in my eye or something. We're going to be learning what we need to do to stay safe. So if you like what you see, subscribe. I'll see you guys later.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the quad lock is supposed to vibrate with the vibration dampener. See, how it works with physics is that, so anyways, guys, we're about to get into the second lesson for today. Remember, we do have our glove holders available right now for pre-order. Grab yourself a Voss helmet, but yeah, let's get back to class. Come on. Yeah, it's supposed to shake. So the main thing with that is that it's taking away a lot of the vibrations by allowing it to vibrate. What do you think's gonna... I don't know, I don't want to explain things. They have it on their website. They have it on their website on why it shakes. It's designed to do that. It's designed to do that. You guys like my suspenders? Arcade belts, come on now. Let's go ahead and talk. If you don't have suspenders for your motorcycle pants, what are you doing? What are you doing? So much better than tightening them up on the waist. Keep them nice and loose around the waist. But yeah, let's go ahead. Look at this. So you're walking around. You don't have to lose your your gloves inside your helmet. All right, enough of that. Suspenders are amazing. All right, so yeah, we talked about position for safety and all that other stuff. Let's just get back into. I got a meeting in 30 minutes, guys. Come on, let's go ahead and just jump. Let's jump into it. We have another biker's video here. Ooh, 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 ooh! What the? I think I've seen that one. Yeah, I did. I did a post. We talked about that one, but it's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one. All right, so first and foremost, the intersection, Lakeshore Estates. You know, we're going to be in Orange Stage. There it is. Look at that. What? Uncommon. Oh. Hey, they found an escape route. So did they. Hello? Those people are just following. This person's like, what are they doing? So look at where they went. They went the wrong way. Yeah. It is what it is. Handled it. A little bit scary. Why did the second vehicle do it? Because they were following the first. They weren't driving their own drive. All right, so what we have here is it looks like a mob ride. Lots of people. Somebody's on the shoulder already. We're kind of just not staggered. Shooting it on Insta361X. There's the X3 out right now. Let's go ahead and move on to this one. Why are we going slower than everybody else? There is the impact coming up. Think about it real quick. Mechanism of injury. What do you think is going to happen? High rate of speed, multi-system trauma. He's flipping off everybody behind him. and multiple people crash and fall. This is why we have rescue packs in a group ride. This is why I ride in the very back. I ride in the back because I don't want anybody hitting me from behind. It's not nice. But then also, I can see the accidents ahead of me and I can take care of things. I can actually help somebody. If I'm in the front, I got to turn all the way around, do a U-turn. You know, I don't want to do that. So, white stage, person wasn't paying attention. What do you think? Slam the brakes. Great brakes, great tires. Smash. Look at his hand. Look at his arm. Look at his left arm. Oh, he's going for a couple dozens of feet. So, rubber against soft tissue. Well, that sounds kind of bad. 360 moan. All right. All right, Bubba Bear, here we go. Great shot, super view, side of the vehicle, neighborhood, uncommon thing. The person wasn't doing what they're supposed to be doing. Let's take a quick look at this again. So when it comes to neighborhoods, what I really am concerned about are kids. Kids are, man, they do some weird things. I don't know. It's like their brains aren't developed. And so like they'll run out in the road, they'll do some weird things. So they're like little animals, little deer. So try to dodge them. Don't hit them, please. So I'm always in orange stage when it comes to this. Okay, this looks like maybe it's a higher speed area, like 35. Typically it's 25. Neighborhoods are great to practice in. But why do you think this person cut it short? Typically they're supposed to go like right here. They're not supposed to go super wide. We're kind of here. This is kind of like parking stuff. So they're supposed to go right here. They cut it short because they're terrible at driving. That's really what it is. You need to make wide turns. Wider turns. This person didn't do it. So when we're coming up to an intersection, we assume that, you know, other people do not have the training that we have. And so we take it into consideration. We are going to be accountable. We're going to be aware of things. I did it backwards. Awareness, action, and accountability. Our DDFM crew coins are actually in. A few people are being sent them before everyone else. But yeah, this person's cutting across. We are aware of this situation. We are going to take an action. We're going to make sure that we are going to slow it down here because we don't know what they're doing. We might position a little bit better for safety because we have an escape route. And we're going to learn from it and take accountability for any action we do. That person kind of came out of nowhere. It's like, if we just keep going, we're going to hit. We need to find a secondary. We can slow down and hope they go. Man, I'm not living off of hope. I swear there's like a John Bon Jovi song or something. I'm going to swerve over. Didn't do much. Horn did a lot though, right? And you know what? His phone disappeared. Do you see that? Why do you think it disappeared? Let's go and keep going. Oh, nice U-turn. Always see it. Always see this. I didn't see you. Yeah. Inattentional blindness, maybe. Motion-induced blindness. Sun in the eyes. She doesn't give a crap. Yeah. What do you want? She's telling him, but I don't think she really cares. And then she's trying to give him unsolicited advice. Oh, come on. Just get out of here. All right, here we go. We're going to ride around. What do you think is going to happen here? Write in the comments. Deer? We're slowing down. Why are we slowing down? Uncommon thing in a common situation. Found an escape path. That person did a great job. Imagine if we're in a car. When I first saw this, I was like, are we on the wrong side of the road? But then I saw that it's yellow. I saw it's yellow. They're supposed to be here, not here. So when we're planning our ride, positioning for safety, locating hazardous situations, part of that is finding that uncommon thing in a common situation. Should you have headlights in your lane? No. You should be seeing brake lights. So the moment you see a windshield and headlights in your lane, for one, just move out of the way. For two, figure out who's at fault. If you're at fault, whoopsie daisy. If they're at fault, rev bomb them, honk at them, break their mirror. Just kidding. Don't do that. Pull off to the side, please. Get yourself out of here. So we're coming up to here. We see something. Oh, this is not good. Well, what can we do? Thankfully, we have a shoulder on the side of the road where our teeny tiny tires. Hey Nathan, can you? Yeah, write it down. Yeah, write it down. Yeah, we're gonna copyright that. Teeny tiny tires. Triple T. All right. Coming over here. Pull over. Not a big deal. Got himself out of the way. Positioned for safety. Right? Positioned for safety. Located a hazard. We're going to move off. We moved into our escape. There it is. Now, the biggest fear here is that hopefully they don't decide, oh, I'm going to pull off too at the same time.
The fuck?
I just love it. That's like the perfect. That's just perfect. I love the F word could be used as an adjective, a verb, a noun, a pronoun, even an adverb. What else is there? Preposition, conjunction, junction. What's your function? All right, here we go. Donnie, get some gear, buddy. One sec, real quick. Get some gear. What are we gonna do? We're gonna go off road? Yes, we are. Yes, you are. Good job. Yep, there it is. And we're off. Ooh, back. I see some spinal injury here. I see some spinal. You hear some groaning? Got some air knocked out. Your diaphragm got all screwed up. Your lungs just got pushed all the air. It's got to resync and everything. So went a little bit wide. We're going a little bit wide. We need to be doing some slow look, press, and roll. It's not on the board. I thought we fixed this. Okay. Slow down before the turn, look through the turn, press to initiate counter steering, and roll the throttle on the way out. It's as simple as that. We're not paying attention. We really weren't paying attention. When it comes to intersections, what stage should we be in? We're already off road. What stage should we be in? We're going 154 million miles an hour. I didn't think this bike could do that, but it's doing it. So we're going a little bit too fast. What stage should we be in? All right, I'm gonna give you the answer. You guys are a little bit slow. That's fine. It's an early morning. Get some caffeine, get some donuts, guys. And so we're going over here, and we get ejected. So when we talk about mechanism of injury, when we land, it's not gonna be good. So we got ejected. We're still flying in the air. We're gonna do a little bit of slow-mo. So our back is now in the front. We're looking at our bike, and we're upside down. Now we just hit the ground. Our back just slammed into something. So we're talking about spinal injuries. Thankfully, with my climb gear, it came with CE level 2 1621? No, 1620-2, I believe. I need to get back into that. It comes with actual D30 armor. So if you look at your jacket right now, let's go ahead and make it a little bit bigger. Come on, that's what she said. Look at your jacket. If it's like a gray foam, pull it out right now. No, not. Check out your jacket. If it has a gray squishy foam, that's not armor. That is a pad for your back. This is armor. D30, sometimes it's yellow. It could be like Kovac. It could be whatever it is, the brand. But I like D30. It's a non-Newtonian fluid, so it's nice and soft and supple. And this is an interesting video. But then it gets hard on impact. So D30 armor, love it. But check your jacket. Check your jacket. I need to stop. You got a phone book as your back protector. All right, Richard Pafond. Watch out for road surface hazards. And there's a little bit of rear tire slippage. All right, let's go back a little bit. So when we're coming through an intersection like this, it's a nice little right-handed turn. I love that they have these things. Instead of having to go into the intersection, you have your own little lane. But what's a big problem with something like this? Usually, you got runoff. And it's like just, so you're going to have dirt in the middle of a turn. So always watch out for that. I didn't hear any RPMs go up, so I don't think he was accelerating super hard. I just think he lost traction on the rear tire. What's a reason why we can lose traction on our rear tire without accelerating super hard? So in order to have traction, you need to have friction. Friction equals traction. When you are turning, you need to take a little bit of traction to turn. When you're accelerating, you need to take a little bit of traction to accelerate. When you're braking, you need to take a little traction to brake. So think about it. Okay, road hazards could definitely take some of that traction too. What about bald tires? Ever try to run on grass with shoes that are, you know, like skate shoes that you've worn down? You're going to be slipping and sliding. So there could be, you know, oil on the ground. It could be other things. So there could be a ton of things. Just because he got through here fishtailed, it doesn't mean he accelerated. It means there's something else. So we're starting to talk about different factors here. So start thinking. So we got possibly bald tires, possibly new tires. You know, the surfactants in the tires. You know, the different oils, the stuff they use to preserve it. It takes a little bit to get off, about 100 miles. Be very careful when you first get new tires. So it could be new tires, bald tires. It could be damaged tires. It could be low PSI. I can't do the 4 like that, so they'll do that. Low PSI, too high PSI. And we're just talking about things that you have control over. Cold tires, super duper cold. Right? Those are just tires. Now we're going to talk about road surface hazards. We got gravel, snow, ice, rocks, gravel, duck, dodge, dive. Let's just keep going. I think we spent a little time on this one. All right, Christian, what right here? What's a hazard? Write in the comments. Boom, let's go. Sun in the eyes, sun in the eyes, sun in the eyes. What happens to your eyeballs when you get a lot of light in them? What happens to your pupils? What happens to your pupils? It's a little medical question, guys. You know, part of being a smart rider is rescuing other motorcyclists that are injured with medical training. I think I said it right. Constricted, your pupils get constricted. Super duper tiny. It's trying not to let a lot of light in. So when it gets super duper tiny, it's gonna make everything else a little bit harder to see. A little bit harder to see. When it's at nighttime, I like to not use a light sometimes, especially when it's a full moon, and just let my pupils expand as much as they can. I can see so much. It's great. So right here, our pupils are super duper constricted. It's gonna be harder to see everything else. So that's gonna be a hazard. Usually, this is like a terrible time to be riding with like a visor, like a smoked visor. So popping it up, but now you're gonna have a lot of sun in your eyes. So what should we be doing? What else do we have here? We have an intersection. Man, it looks like we should just be in an orange stage. Just need to be in orange stage. Visibility is just not good. Visibility isn't good. So we're gonna come up to here, and then now we start seeing that side of the vehicle. There's the side of the vehicle. We moved over to a different position, assuming they're gonna stay there. Okay. So what can we do also at the same time? Move over, but then maybe slow down. How can we slow down about here? There's many different ways, but there's 2 that I'm looking for. What can we do to slow down right here? I'm gonna give you one. We could progressively brake. We can actually squeeze the brakes. Do some mechanical braking. Get those calipers to squeeze. What else can we do? What else can we do? Don't have it on the board. We can engine brake. Yeah, roll off the throttle. That's going to do is lower the RPMs, which is going to lower the rotations of the tire in the back. There's more to it than that. That's why I'm going to MMI on October 27th to learn a little bit more about this stuff, because I'm an idiot when it comes to... No, don't say that, Daniel. Don't say that. Handled it. Good progressive braker. Braking. There it is. Nathan, make me sound good. Here we go. Riding with our buddies. Okay, ride our own ride. Talk on your Cardo Pack Talks. If you had a quad lock, it wouldn't do this. Stay on. Ah. Hey, if you're going to be on the grass, maybe just try to slow it down so if you do crash, it's not going to be that bad. He did a good job. Come on. Work those lower back muscles, no legs. Just kidding. Don't do that. You have a good joke about dilation, Max Mason?
Good, but I'm kind of...
A little bit nervous, a little bit anxious. Take a break.
Exactly.
Take a break. Let the nerves... You're in fight or flight right now. Got some adrenaline pumping. Got some adrenaline pumping. I got 12 minutes, guys. We got to power through this. All right, here we go. We're just going to power through it.
What happened? You didn't lose your control, huh?
Exactly.
I'm tired anyways.
Exactly.
Oy, oy, oy.
Going a bit too fast, I'm going.
A little bit too fast. A little bit too fast. All right, here is Sheriff Mayhem. Oh, this is going to be great. Captain Mayhem from South Park. Hey, open lane, right? Open lane. Yeah, you should have seen that. Let's take a quick look. We're going to do it old school style right here. So open lane, got an indicator, right? No, there's the indicator right when they want to switch. But we should have seen that pattern ahead of time. The horn actually worked for some reason. But still watch out for another person wanting to do it. Our lane is moving. All right, Sheriff Mayhem, we got another pattern. Another thing that we should be paying attention to. Should have seen it. Shouldn't have panicked. The reason why he panics is he reached really hard to squeeze. If you're just covering it because you saw it ahead of time, you could just do a quick squeeze. All right, another Sheriff Mayhem. We got a side of the vehicle. Stop yelling. Ay, ay, ay. Now you got some carbon in your lungs now. All right, help the channel out. Bikers, become a patron. I'm a patron. All right, Okan Pas Okum Biker, something like that. There you go, a little bit of wheelie. Let's do it. Let's have some fun. Let's do it in an area that is not safe to do so. Let's go ahead and try it again. We have people right in front of us, and there's a turn right there. Are you prepped and ready for it? Nope, you're not. You're going to hit your buddy, and now you have an insurance claim for 2 motorcycles that you probably haven't even paid for the original. Could have hit the pedestrian, too. He needs a pin lock for his visor. It's fogging up a little bit. So he's probably hurt. Rescue packet. Here we go. Scully going through here. Whoa! Oh dear. Woo-wee. There we go. Emil, hey, what's this pattern right here? What's the pattern? What's the pattern? Oh, just kidding. We got somebody stopped in the middle of the road. Uncommon thing in a common situation. Found an escape route. Did some good progressive braking. And you know why he was able to do that? Let's take a look at this again. We're coming up to here. We see some brake lights. Why do we have brake lights on the interstate? This is kind of weird. So when we're doing our situational awareness, you know, we're seeking out and recognizing and understanding something. Oy. So why? Oh, weird. Why is somebody swerving off on the shoulder? I need to start doing some progressive braking. I need to keep my space cushion. I need to make sure that I'm not getting closer and then figuring it out. I want to figure it out back here. So when I'm watching idiots in a restaurant argue and fight and stuff, I'm not like right in it. I'm going to watch it. So just kind of sit back, pay attention, keep some distance. Somebody with a knife can run really fast within 7 feet. You're not going to be able to stop it with a gun. So there's a lot of things that you got to be watching out for. Right here, good job with the head check. Good job with the mirror check. Can't do much. Found an escape path. Very good. Very good. Why'd we stop? Why'd that person stop? I don't know. I don't know. No clue. Doesn't matter though, right? We got ourselves out of it. Watch out ahead. Still more. Tuba Billy.
My daughter had heart surgery.
Oh, man.
You're not gonna... Oh.
Ooh. You're going to have back surgery now. What a terrible week for this guy.
I just got rear-ended.
Notice how his phone didn't fly off? So do your best to stay calm. Check for injuries, because that can hurt your back really bad. That can hurt your back.
Don't see where you hit.
Thankfully, it's not going to be a lot of damage. Thing's made out of...
I had bend it under there.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Just rub some butter on it. There we go. Romeo's generic channel. All right, Romeo's generic. Sun in the eyes. Ooh, found the hazard. Found the hazard. Good job, man. Good job. Just a quick little swerve. Just a quick little swerve. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. So make sure you guys practice your swerves, practice everything. It was a red stage. Handled it. Highway speeds. All right, here we go. Going through here. What's happening? We got a lot of people in our lane. What is... Okay, we got a side of the motorcycle. We're off-road now. Look forward. Look at that. We got pushed off. We're off-road. This is a different breed out here. Okay, we're looking back now. We're traveling at a high rate of speed. I don't know if he's got eyes on the back of his head. I don't know. He almost... Exactly, Max. Ay, ay, ay. All right, Glenny rides right here. Ooh, watch out for Mustangs. Anybody been to car meetups with Mustangs? They see... I think like the kill ratio is. All right, intersection, red stage. Oh, no, 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 no. Gravity attack. All right, he's like, I'll just go ahead and get my side stand down and go and help my buddy. It's the 14th time he's done it. Look, he's got a cigar in his mouth. He's like, I know what's up. All right. All righty. Is this Florida? There was like no audio all of a sudden. So what happened here? So uneven surfaces is what we've got to watch out for. We talk about that in the MTC Rider Academy, Unit 1. So you might want to check it out. It's only $4.99 for the first month, $9.99 after that. You get a whole bunch of stuff, downloads, Smart Rider drills. You get to watch all these videos that we do for this channel early, our Smart Rider tips articles, a lot of stuff. So we're coming up to here. Let's take a look. Look at her. Look at those brake lights. Let's go ahead and slow it down just a little bit. Look at the brake lights. Look at the back. Look at the back end. Maybe it's easier when it's a little bit faster. Let's go back a little bit. Do you think we're doing good braking? So what do you think happened there? When we talk about progressive braking, we talk about, doing our U-turns, figure eights, the basics. We talk about the basics when it comes to coming to a stop. Do we have our handlebars turned or straight when we come to a stop? What do? It looks like the front tire was not straight. Exactly, Max Mason. This looks like a new rider. It just looks like a new rider, made a mistake. But what do we see here? Yeah, we made a mistake. Whatever, it happens. It happens. What do we see that is good? We just hit our head on the curb. Our shoulder on the curb. Our back right now on the curb. It's a standing fall. I had a patient, and I use this example a lot. I had a patient in his garage. He fell back. He was walking backwards, tripped over his toolbox in his garage. Young kid, 21, 22, hit the back of his head. And when I got to see him as my patient, he was in a nursing home with a traumatic brain injury, completely changed forever. Just from a standing fall. Crad, exactly. We have gear. So as a brand new rider, without the fundamental skills, still learning them, still seeking, one thing we can do, let's put that back on the board. One thing that we can do is acquire gear. So if you're out riding, this guy probably gave her all the gear. If we're out riding with a brand new person, make sure they are geared up just in case something happens. Imagine you're trying to teach your best friend, your daughter, your brother, your sister, your mother, whatever, how to ride. And like one of their first things that happens, they fall down and crash. He doesn't have a jacket on, but that could be hurt. That might actually hurt. The helmet, make sure they have gear. You can easily get a concussion from that. Oh, yeah. She's got a little something. So what happened to the... there we go. Javen, going through a corner, a little bit too wide. Failure to negotiate a curve, one of the common reasons why we crash. Make sure you're in orange stage, prepped and ready.
Yeah.
Sit down.
We're going to go. We're just going to go through it. That might be a little late. Anyways, we got an intersection coming up. We should be in orange stage. Nice swerve, but you pushed a vehicle out of the way. You should have just kind of slowed down and moved yourself out of there. So I did pause and read this because I saw that. My eyes pick up my name pretty well. We did watch this a long time ago. Basically what happened is he witnessed a motorcycle crash. It was pretty bad, and he was able to help out. I love it. Trying to do a U-turn from the right lane, no buenos. The helmet wasn't strapped in either. Zach just passed his UK bike license. Yeah. Very good, man. All right, Motard Squid.
I'm going to put you over there on the other side. Step.
I'm good. Whoa, little guy. I'm good. All right, watch the phone. We're watching the phone. we missing our quad? Should have had a quad lock. Should have had a quad lock. Let's watch the phone. Let's watch the phone. We're watching the phone. Where'd it go? Magic trick. Magic trick. Maybe if it was locked in with a quad. Bye-bye. Locked in with a quad. We could do better than that.
Oh, somebody broke down?
Hazard lights, uncommon thing.
Do you want me to push you into the gas station?
Yes.
If y'all could.
Yeah, put it in neutral and put your foot on the
Just
brake.
all like slamming the brakes.
Absolutely. Have a safe night.
Love it. Because that could be a hazardous situation for that driver. I've seen it happen.
Cop.
There's a cop. I don't care about it. Yeah, bye. Oh, look at that. Special thanks to my patrons, Dan and the Fireman. So, everybody powered through that pretty well. Pretty well. So, once again, we do have, let's go ahead and hit back. Hey, look at that. It's our syllabus. We post these before the class starts on the MTC Rider Academy in the Smart Rider and Close Call stuff. Close Call reviews. So we post it here. Let's take a quick look at this. Yeah, look at that. So we have Writing Smart 137. There's no video yet because I haven't put it up yet. But if I click the download button, look at that. It's right there. So if I go up to here, Writing Smart 136, because our videos get demonetized, it's loading. Let it load. You're embarrassing me. Either way, we got Writing Smart 136 from October 7th. It's embarrassing. Can we refresh it? I uploaded it. There it is. So we have the whole stream. So if you want to be a member, we have videos all the way to the 23rd already uploaded. What is today? Today's the 14th. You get to see videos early. Guys, I got to get going. I got a very important business meeting with a very important person. So grab yourself some donuts. They are stale. They've been there for about 4 weeks. So with that said, I'm going to get going.